So I thought there wasn't as many lights as should have been on a nighttime. It was like they went to Target to buy the lights, but
Oh my
the
God,
living
not
with
the
the land
Target.
people got it first.
Stop.
No, I'm sorry. I'm just giving you a hard time. We want to give a big thank you to our sponsor, Touring and Cruises. Here's something you might not know. Booking with a travel advisor doesn't cost you anything. Disney pays them after you travel. You'll pay the same price you see online, but Touring and Cruises adds an enhanced level of service. Their expert advisors watch for discounts and apply them automatically, even after you book. And it's not just Disney. They can help with cruises, Universal, and all kinds of vacations. Whether you want help planning it all or just someone in your corner if plans change, they're here to help. And yes, they'll wait on hold with Disney 4 hours, so you don't have to. So when you're ready to plan your next trip, head to touringandcruises.com and tell them Rope Drop Radio sent you. Now, let's rope drop.
Helping you navigate the Disney parks.
With the hope that it will be a source of joy and inspiration to all the world.
You're listening to Rope Drop Radio.
Welcome to another Rope Drop Radio. I am Doug McKnight here with Lauren Shields, and we are back from the holiday break where I had an extra special break, Lauren.
You did. You got to go somewhere. Where did you get to go?
I went to a little place known as Disney World, a trip that we booked literally a week in advance. But more about that, because that's the topic of the show. How was your holidays?
We had influenza overtake the house and some rare complications with that. Everyone's okay, but we're still recovering. So it was not as fun as going to Disney World.
No, I was at the parks and you were at the ER. So I felt like I had the better end of that deal. So glad
you won.
Everyone's recovering.
Everyone's okay.
Everyone's doing okay.
We're on the mend. We're not 100% yet, not one of us, but we're close.
Okay. Well, that's good. That's good. And you know, while I was on that trip, we got lots of new patrons, didn't we?
We did. I was excited for you to come back so we could talk about that. So yes, 3 new Patreons this week. So big thank you to Catherine Downs, Matt Larson, and Sarah Coate. Do we think it's Coate? Cody?
Probably.
Sarah, let us know how to say your last name. But thank you, Patreons, for joining the Patreon community. Thank you to all of our Patreons. Please check us out on patreon.com. Doug gives the news once a week.
I do.
Did you do it this week?
I did the news this week after I posted the wrong MP3 file. Someone was like,
no.
Yeah, it sounds a lot like the after show you just posted. It was, in fact, a mistake. I just dragged the wrong little file to the Dropbox thing, and I fixed it, though. The news is up. There wasn't much news, as there usually isn't over the holidays, but we'll be starting to get into lots of news over the next months with closures and openings, and it will be something I keep up with. But I did get it done over the New Year's.
Yep. And as you said, we also do those weekly bonus after shows. After each episode, we do a little after show where you get to see us unfiltered. We also do a $25 Disney gift card giveaway quarterly. So come check us out.
Yeah, lots of different levels and things to check out on there. I posted lots of pictures during the trip on Patreon as well. And just since we have the logo change, we have some stickers in stock. And patrons, make sure your address is updated and that you're an active user. So active users and updated street address, not just an email. I can't mail something to your email address. So update that now. Just all I'll say. Yeah.
So our goal is to maybe do this as like a Groundhog's Day thing.
Maybe. We'll see how fast I get.
I have no control over this.
Yeah, they're in my possession, so we'll see. Groundhog's Day, President's Day, Martin Luther King Day, they're all great holidays to receive Rope Drop Radio logo stickers.
Just stretch it out a little bit.
One of those. Maybe in waves. So go update your address now. I just want to get that little PSA in there. All right. So another great way to support the show is to leave a 5-star review, or just make sure you're subscribed on Apple Podcasts. Leave that 5-star review and we will read it on air and love you forever. All right. This one is titled Love This Pod, 5 stars by Roletto62814 SPT.
Yes. Love it. Nailed it.
Had to be it. All right. Here it is. Like a vacation for my brain. Very informative, but also funny. I love listening to this pod. It makes me smile. that's great. Thank you.
I will take that. Thank you. That's a great review. I
Yeah.
like to make people smile.
Leave those reviews so I don't ever run out of ones to read, because that gets really sad. So thank you so much for that review. And now it's time to take a look at the Stuffy of the Week. So if you go over to YouTube, Rope Dropped Radio on YouTube, you can see the Stuffy of the Week over Lauren's right shoulder there, and leave a comment so her daughters don't get sad about who the Stuffy is.
Well, while you were in Orlando, we did get some comments, and so they were very
good.
excited. Yeah. So
That made their
thank you.
day.
Yes. Thank you to everyone who left a comment. I told them they were very excited about it. We can't remember if we've done this one before or not. I think we did a different version. It turns out that like we have 3 different versions of the same character. Like I was asked if we did lady.
So like you got to get specific about this one.
Oh my goodness. Apparently we have 2 baby ladies. And I was like, what do you mean
we
we have
just
2?
Giving the Stuffy away there, Lauren?
No, this is not Lady.
I don't know what I'm talking about. Oh, that's like Lady and the Tramp.
Lady and the Tramp.
That is not the Stuffy of the Week.
And then I was like, she was like, do you have the blanket one? And I was like,
oh boy,
I don't know what you're talking about. So this is not Lady. This is a different one. We won't give it away. Leave us a little comment. The girls love seeing that. So thank you to everyone who took the time to do that.
Yes. My kids have asked when they get in on the action. I think jokingly.
Oh,
I think they're joking.
It.
But not joking, but joking. Then they make fun of all the stuff behind me, like the broken clock. So I don't know if anybody's noticed that it's always the same time when we start and finish the podcast.
I keep looking at the ears because there's so many.
So it's not broken. Right? I took the battery out of it years ago because the second hand, the click was so loud that you could hear it in the show. So I had to, yeah.
Well, our ears say thank you because we don't want to listen to that.
Yeah, we don't want to every second. So there you go. All right. We're going to talk all about my trip. So we're going to head to the break. And then after that, it's over to Lauren to ask me all the questions today after this break. Hey, Nebraska rope droppers. Getting to the magic just got easier. The Lincoln Airport now offers nonstop flights to Orlando twice a week on Breeze Airways. Every Wednesday and Saturday. Skip the layovers and get straight to Mickey faster than ever. I've flown Breeze myself. It's a great experience with one of the youngest fleets in the sky, flying only Airbus A220s. So next time you're planning a Disney vacation, start at Lincoln Airport, your shortcut to the magic. And we are back. It's trip report time, one of our greatest times, because that means one of us went on a trip. So Lauren, I'm turning it over to you to interview me. Take it away.
Love it. So who did you go on this trip with and why?
All right. That's a great question because, well, the who is our family of 5. So just our immediate family, Michelle at Rope Drop Queen on all of the things. And then my 3 kids, Sam, Alden, Claire, who, we talk about our kids pretty regularly, but all of them are there just for reference. If you're new here, one's a sophomore in college, one's a senior in high school, one's a sophomore in high school. So we got teens and a 20-year-old. So there was actually 4 adults on this trip, not even by Disney standards, by like the law standards. So it was a little weird. That's weird in and of itself. Our first time traveling with 4 adults after birthdays. Ugh. But this trip was booked a week in advance. But when we actually paid for our park tickets, our Lightning Lane window was open, which will come back into play later in the story, right? Which, for those that know, that's not a good thing. But so there was very short term booked out, partly because our oldest daughter got an internship with Boeing this summer in Jacksonville, Florida. And my wife, lover, has a pre-empty nest panic that Samantha's not coming home this summer, right? Sam will be going to Jacksonville. And so she wanted some forced family time, and no better place to do that than the holidays, Christmas break at Disney World with everyone else on Earth. So that's the why, the concerns about the empty nest coming.
So I'm already having that, and our oldest is 16, but I'm almost 16. And I'm always like, we only have so many trips left. So I'm glad that you guys went.
Yeah.
But I will say we don't usually recommend booking
the
busiest week of the year at Disney World a week ahead of time. Right?
Just surprised we managed to pull that all off.
Yeah.
But we had several things going for us that made it work out So we found flights that worked too perfectly.
So where did you fly in and out of?
Well, we went to the Lincoln Airport, sponsor of the show, but the flights were not entirely sponsored. Just gonna say that. So it's not a sponsored trip, right? It was mostly our money, just to be fair and honest disclosure. But so we went down to Lincoln Airport. We flew on Breeze. We flew out on a Wednesday and back on a Saturday. No, we flew out on a Saturday, back on a Wednesday. Yeah, and back on New Year's Eve, which is actually a fantastic day to fly. New Year's Eve. It's the slowest day. It's the
We
cheapest.
used to do that too.
Yeah. Fly on the holiday, people. On the holiday.
Yeah.
So we flew on Breeze, went down to Lincoln Airport. So we are about 30 minutes from the Omaha airport. It took us 52 minutes to get to the Lincoln Airport from our house. So it added 22 minutes of travel time. So each way. Not that big a deal because we parked and were in the airport at TSA in maybe 60 seconds. And that might be because we stopped to take some pictures. Like, it's hilariously convenient. The parking garage, covered parking. Also, the parking, very cheap. Like a third of the price of Omaha. And Omaha, for reference, is probably a third of the price of Chicago, right? Like, Omaha's already cheap and convenient. Like, I laugh at what others have to go through, right? I park in Omaha to TSA in 5 minutes. But from the gate, looking out the window, I could see our car in the parking garage. That's how close
you sent me
it
a picture.
was. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you didn't know which car was mine. But
I did not.
I sent you a picture. Airport's recently remodeled, super nice. Like, everything's been upgraded. Like, there's only 6 gates, but the amenities is not 6 gate type of what you expect. So Lincoln Airport, fantastic job in their remodel. This was my 3rd time flying through Lincoln, or 4th. The previous times with marching band in college. So I was with 360 other college students. So different experience at, like 4 a.m. and that sort of stuff. And then Alden and I flew through Lincoln when Redway was a thing. People that have listened know that was a weird little thing. And we flew home that way one time. But this was my first time flying out as not a college marching band student. It was very nice. However, we did get a touch delayed because of air traffic controls things going on in Orlando that messed up the whole day. So we got bonus time in the airport.
That's a good way to think about it. Yeah.
I'm going to call it that. But once we were on the plane, we were in the cheapest type of seat. They didn't put me in first class or anything. The seat was comfortable. I've flown Frontier, Spirit, Allegiant, Southwest. I've flown all of those. The seat was definitely more comfortable than the other budget airlines. They are more of a budget airline. You pay for your bag, you pay for your carry-on, you pay for your seat. And they are cheaper. But it was direct, so we were late, but it didn't really matter. I mean, we didn't get to the park that night, but yeah, so we got to spend 3 extra hours in Lincoln. But the flight was smooth, no problem. Wi-Fi so you can message on the plane on Breeze. Also, through their app, you can get to some onboard entertainment with movies and shows, just like Southwest. Where when you fly Frontier, it is no, right? There's nothing, right? I don't even remember my last Spirit flight if there was anything, but I'm guessing not, because I was just I remember sitting on my seat in Spirit and being like, oh, so I could have brought some padding, right? That's not the case. The airplane was super nice. The seats with more leg room were just a hair in front of us. They look very nice. The last time I flew Breeze, I did fly in, it's not first class. It's called Ascent class. It's very nice. It's like a recline, the legs come up. Oh,
you have a leg rest?
Mm-hmm. Like a recliner. It comes up.
Oh, nice.
I flew from LA to Orlando on Breeze, slept for 4 hours, had my little snack. It was fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was good.
That sounds good.
And flight home was spot on, no problems. Got home, got off, got in the car, got out, got home. It was great. Perfect. I mean, the flight was good. The flight attendants were good. Yeah, the pilot said hello, like they're supposed to, right?
Back in the day.
Yeah. It was it was all good. Flight wise, they give you you have to buy snacks, so be prepared for that. But if you're
what about drinks?
They'll give you water. You have to buy the Coke, but you get water, tea, or coffee, I think is included. So
did you get a Diet Coke?
I did from the lounge because I had lounge access because I
Oh.
was special. I will just say that was a perk of the sponsorship right there.
Yeah.
The
And we
lounge
did
access.
talk about, I'm
We
surprised
posted
that
about the
they,
lounge.
yeah, don't have a little bit more access to that because you
There
have to
might be
do 8
like 8
flights.
flights through the airport to
But
get
then
that.
you earn it. Like you don't have to, once you do the 8 flights, you just earn it, right? You
I
like,
think for the year or something. I don't know all the
yeah.
rules because I'm not going to fly 8 times unless that counted as twice, but I don't know. But still,
That's
that's
a good
4
question.
flights a year. I'll ask for some clarification, but
That is 2.
I mean, if you're a regular business traveler, they do 4 flights to Chicago every day and 4 flights to Denver every day on United. So if you're a regular business traveler, 8 flights is not much, right? That's who that lounge is 100%. Plus, like I said, it took me 60 seconds to get to TSA. They do have TSA pre-check, so right through. Like, you're not coming early to hang out in a lounge with an airport like that. Your goal is to park, walk through, get on, right? But the lounge was very nice when you're delayed 3 hours because Orlando can't get their act together.
Did they have a proper pre-check, like TSA pre-check? Because we get handed,
No.
so when
You get the
like you
little
get,
blue card.
yeah, that's what we got. So I was so used to flying in and out of Chicago. The first time I flew out of our little airport in Moline on the Illinois side, they like handed it to me, and I'm like, "What do I do with?" I'm like, "Why are you handing this to me?" They're like,
Snot
"Just
O'Hare.
keep going." And I was like, "What does this mean?" And I felt wrong. Like you're not supposed to take something that someone hands you in the middle of the airport, and they're like, "Just keep going." So I learned how
Yeah.
the little airports do pre-check after that. I'm glad your flights went
Yeah,
well.
it was
And
good.
so you get down to Orlando, and where are you guys staying?
We are staying at the Boardwalk Inn. So the hotel side, not the villa side. Boardwalk Inn is towards Epcot. We had a fantastic room on the 3rd floor, just a couple doors down from the elevator, not overlooking the boardwalk. You don't really want that view because it is noisy. We had a courtyard view so we could see the pool and the little building that is built in the courtyard later that we once stayed in, where you have to go outside, back inside, up and down stairs to get to. It's horrible.
That's crazy.
Yeah, we've been in
I'm
that
familiar.
before. Like, we've been in all the worst rooms of the boardwalk. This was the first time we've had a good room. And it was angled weird, so it was big.
Yeah, that's what you said. And I thought that was crazy because you have notorious bad luck for getting bad rooms.
Right.
So I don't know
So
how you guys lucked out.
we booked after they assigned the bad ones to the other people they don't like, maybe. Maybe that was it. We were so late.
I don't know.
It was bizarre.
Maybe they just, I don't know. Because I was gonna say maybe because, but this is not true. They like to give the travel agents the bad rooms.
They
So it's
do.
actually impressive that you got a good one.
It's like it was what was left, or maybe that we walked in and we thought it was handicap accessible. It was so wide.
That's usually what I
open.
get.
Right.
Yeah.
But no, the bathroom was normal. So it wasn't handicapped. It wasn't a handicapped room. So
And
yeah.
how was the boardwalk? You guys liked it?
It was good. You know, the weird thing is when you come back from the boardwalk, like you're at Epcot, you walk back, like you have to go up to like that's floor 1 is the boardwalk level. Then you got to go up to level 2. Like, and Claire's hip was starting to bother her, so we were taking the elevator when we could. So we got to take the elevator up to floor 2. Then you have to go over to the other set of elevators that's for the hotel up to like. There's no give me a door that I have to use my magic band to get in that just lets me in the hotel from the boardwalk. I've had that complaint for over a decade. I will complain that way until that is changed. I don't know why we can't have limited access room or doors for guests. Like, so like if I want to go, if I had a refillable mug, I want to refill that. I got to go from floor 3 to floor 2, then over, then down to floor 1, then out, and then outside over to the deli to refill my mug. First world
So
problems.
this has been, I know, and it sounds like we're just being a little whiny here, but because Boardwalk has a great location, right? Like you're in between
fantastic.
Epcot. Yeah, you're in between Epcot and Hollywood Studios. It's a deluxe resort. They just redid the pool. Like my kids love the pool because it has like
It's
the
not
silly
creepy anymore.
Mickeys. It's not creepy anymore. They got rid of the creepy clown. They refurbed the rooms, so everything's really nice. But I agree, like it's built into a hill, so navigating it is the only thing I hate about it.
Yeah, you come in on
you
floor
can't
2,
fix it.
and like the walk to Hollywood Studios is fantastic because you go out the front door. You don't go to the boardwalk and walk around. You go out the front door. You go over to the tennis court, and then you get to the path. You go through the tennis court. My kids will also let you know the best water fountain on property is at the Boardwalk tennis court. Write that down.
Taste like Florida water or what?
It doesn't taste like Florida water. Super cold. Has a
Wow.
bottle refill station. And it's barely been used. Barely been used because it has the counter on the bottles. And it's super low. Super low. They're like, I've never seen one that low. I'm like, oh, it's been here a while.
That's awesome. Because I'm a water snob. So that.
Yeah, there you go. It's not Iceland, though, Lauren. Speaking of your
like
water snobbery. That was a deep cut right there.
That was. You'd have to go to check out your other podcast.
That was rope drop on deck when you were on after your.
When we went to Iceland and I fell in love with the water of all things.
We talked about water for 20 minutes. I don't know. It felt like it. Anyway, Boardwalk was good. It was the first time I can say that.
Oh, well, that's good. We'll take that. So where did you eat on this trip and why?
Oh, so many places. Do we want to start with counters? Let's just run through the counter service. So we went that first night we got in late. With Michelle's allergy, there's nothing really great at the Boardwalk for gluten-free people. There are options, but nothing she wanted. So we hopped on the Skyliner, went over to the Riviera, and went to Petito something.
Petite.
Some Pazzazzo or something. I am butchering the name. I didn't even write it down because I just call it. Yes, that one.
Yes.
There you go.
Got it.
So that was good. Pre-ordered, hit here while we're on the Skyliner.
Yeah.
Yep. Had a meatball sub. It was fantastic.
That's a good quick service. It's my favorite, I think, of the resorts.
Wide menu, very fresh food. So we went back there after Hollywood Studios. We were hopping we did all 4 parks the last day of our trip. And we were like going to eat at Hollywood Studios again. And we were like, we can't eat counter service at Hollywood Studios again. So I was like, by the time we get to Epcot, it's going to be like 1:30 by the time we're going to eat, right? And we are going to eat there. Peak time, we're going to go to Connections where they have destroyed that menu, like for real. It's not the same pizza they used to have. It's just regular cheeseburgers anymore. It's no longer special. Anyway, I never ate there. I sat there for a while and watched the food. And I was like, this is not, they got rid of the chicken skewers off the kids menu. Yeah. Death to Connections. Anyway. So we stopped at the Riviera again. I'm like, we're already on the Skyliner. Why don't we just stop there? So this was a revelation that we had like as we boarded the Skyliner. I was like, what if we just ate there? And I was like, oh, that sounded way better. Because we started looking at the Connections menu and Michelle's like, I was going to get the chicken skewers. I'm like, yeah, you are not. So
what did she get? Just out of curiosity, because we have a gluten allergy too. What did she get at Primo Piatto?
She did pizza one time.
Oh, they had a gluten-free pizza. Mm-hmm. Okay, good.
She did that when we were there for lunch. They have a different lunch than dinner menu is one annoying thing about that restaurant because you have to look at it. And then she did the chicken tenders or chicken strips the other time.
Okay, good. That would Nothing be a crazy, win in our household.
Yeah.
That's a win in our household.
So we also ate at ABC Commissary. I had my favorite dish of the buffalo chicken grilled cheese. And then we also ate at Catalina Eddie's at Hollywood Studios and Rosie's All-American Cafe because there's like 3 counter services all together. Sam and Alden mobile ordered at one place. Michelle, Claire, and I mobile ordered at the other. Had the meatball sub that was basically moved over from Rat Pizza. They just moved the menu over there. The Caesar salad and everything, which is not the menu that needed moved. No. Our love for the Rat Pizza is not the actual pizza. And then we ate our last counter service meal was Columbia Harbor House for 4 of the 5 of us. And then Claire wanted a funnel cake for dinner and when in Rome. So I went to the Sleepy Hollow, got her funnel cake, and then walked over to Columbia Harbor House, met them upstairs, the quietest place in the park on New Year's Eve. For sure. It was chaos.
How many people were up there with you? Like, are people still not going up there?
You could find it. You walked up there, you found a table. There was almost always 1 or 2 empty tables, people coming and going, which is very full for upstairs. But downstairs, there's the people wandering around with trays looking for a place to eat. I was going to ask,
are there people? Yeah, I always see them too. And I'm like, you can go upstairs.
And at 6:30 at night on New Year's Eve, the cast members have stopped caring to tell people to go upstairs. Like a day before, 2 days before, maybe. But by 6:30 on the 30th, like
They're done.
put a fork in them. God bless them. It's a heck of a week. But they have New Year's fireworks that night, so it's a little
It's crazy.
crazy. The dance parties are happening. It's not the normal
Yes.
night in the park. So that was our counter service. We did 2 sit downs. We did garden grill, which was fantastic. We did it for a lunch. Oh, it hit the spot. The meat was really good. The turkey was real juicy, which I don't normally say that. Mashed potatoes, everybody loved. The strip steak was good. And strawberry shortcake is back as a dessert.
Is it?
It
And
is.
good?
Lots of
Okay.
strawberries, lots of whipped cream. Alden doesn't like strawberry shortcake, supposedly. So Claire, Sam, and I were like, okay, we're going to cut it in thirds. And then Michelle got her own little strawberry strudely thing that was gluten-free, but it was still strawberry and along the lines. So she was happy.
Yeah, because they have a hard time with gluten-free desserts, so that's good.
They do sometimes. They're like, here's your flan.
Yeah, or ice cream,
Yeah.
but then not all the places have ice cream, so
No, they do not. They do not all have ice cream. And then we had one other sit down meal that is escaping my mind at the moment. Where else did I eat, Lauren? Where
Oh,
else
I
did
know
we
where you
eat?
ate.
Oh,
Come
Ohana.
on,
How did I
buddy.
forget that? Yeah, we got an Ohana. It was a 3:30 reservation. So like we ate lunch super early at ABC Commissary that day and then went to Ohana, and I mean, they set down the skillet, and I think the kids just are like, yeah, cousin, we're going to need a second one. Like, I think it just like poof, they say it. And like, it was there, all the pot stickers were devoured. The noodles were all devoured. The wings were all devoured off of 2 skillets. The meat, the kids, they're already full by the time the meat comes. They barely touch the steak. The shrimp's too much work, right? And then the chicken was so good, though. The chicken we got was perfect. And Michelle got her own little skillet without the noodles and the pot stickers, basically. And they give her rice instead of the noodles. And then she got all her meat separate. Even though it is gluten-free, they still gave her own little thing of meat. It was weird. And then the bread pudding at the end was fantastic. And they do have gluten-free bread pudding. So that, I think, is worth like the visit. Lauren, you need to go. You got to take your gluten-free daughter.
That our gluten-free daughter cares for bread pudding.
She doesn't know she cares, Lauren. Don't deprive her of this. I'll let her know. I'll let her know.
Although she might be, I will say, because we've had the gluten allergy probably like 9 months now. Her palate has greatly increased because she realized she's so limited.
Mm-hmm.
So there are foods that she would not have eaten that now she's like, well, it's better than this other stuff.
Nothing, right?
So maybe she's ready.
Yeah, but Ohana hit the spot, and then we went into the Magic Kingdom after that. So we went and waddled off all our food very slowly. It was great, though. It was spot on. So there's the most important stuff about the trip. All right, I guess we're done.
That's all you want to talk about is food. But the listeners and I would like to hear some other things, some new things that maybe you experienced for the first time.
Yeah, ask me. What do you want to know? What do you want to know about?
I want to hear what you thought about the new Starlight Nighttime Parade.
Okay, so I'm glad a nighttime parade is back. I am, full disclosure, not a parade person. My favorite Disney parade, Paint the Night at Disneyland. There, I just said it. It's all out in the open. I'm an open book. Alden thought that this was just going to be Paint the Night. And we're like, no, it's new. He's like, okay, that's all he can remember for a nighttime parade. Because nighttime parades have been gone a while, to where even a senior in high school is having trouble putting together which parade is which.
Yeah.
So, yeah. It was well done. I think it was you or someone else that said you don't have to be in the front row to watch this parade because everything's fairly up high. 100% accurate, because they don't have dancers between the floats like the afternoon parade.
Not many.
There's people walking with weird things. I took many pictures of it, and I think I wanted to post, guess my job at Disney World, right? Like, how do you describe what you're doing for work? I walk with a stick with a thing on the top. But so you don't need to you can watch from further back. And the second showing when we were there, oh my gosh, there was like no crowd on like town square watching the parade. You could walk up front row at the second showing. And we were
What
there
time
on
was the second
the
showing?
29th. I don't know, whatever time it is normally.
Yeah.
It's late.
Oh, that's crazy. Yeah.
And that's on the 29th of December. But the first showing was a madhouse, which we fought for one little spot to watch. But it's pretty. It's neat. There's not as many lights as I expected. Like, what they didn't put in lights on the floats, they made up for with the volume control of the audio. That was loud. My watch was like, what are you doing? Put in earplugs, right? Like, yeah, I'm watching a parade. Watch, just chill a bit. And my watch actually is higher than other people because of work. It's reset so that it doesn't go off as often, because otherwise it goes off every time I drill. Like, every time. So I thought there wasn't as many lights as should have been on a nighttime. It was like they went to Target to buy the lights, but
oh my God,
living with the land people got it first. No, I'm sorry. I'm just giving you a hard time. No, I know those lights aren't from Target, but I just more lights, Disney. That's all they needed. And the other thing is the last float. Some executive said, we have to have this list of characters in this parade. And then, okay. That last float was oh crap, where do we put Rapunzel? Where do we put... It was the most random collection of people on the last float with Mickey Mouse. Like,
yeah.
What are we doing?
I didn't even think about that.
It's just bizarre. Like, everything else is so themed, over the top characters. And like the first couple floats have a character on the back. And then like halfway through, they just don't. It's like...
That's true.
Like, well, we're done putting characters on the back. It was like an executive made a list of, we need these characters. Check these boxes, please. And they're just, okay, you guys are going on this last float. Here you go. Have a good time. And they could be very interchangeable because there's like, it's just on there. So that was one thing I noticed. But overall, enjoyed it. Is it a must do for Doug? No. Did we really enjoy the empty lines the next night while the parade was going on? Oh, yes. Holy cow, does that draw people. Is fantastic at that.
So we really like the parade, but to be fair, we never have seen Paint the Night. So I don't think we have anything to compare it to.
It's like a wall of light. Like,
I've heard that. If you've seen that, it's not quite
if there's a place to put a light bulb on a float, they stuck one there. Like, okay. Oh, it's like, do I put on my sunglasses? That's how bright Paint the Night is. And it ruined us forever.
A little bit, because we enjoyed it. I don't think we'll go out of our way to watch it a lot. Like you said, we like the empty queues, but
it was good.
It was a good parade.
All right.
And so then Animal Kingdom. Mm-hmm. There's something new there.
Zootopia. Zoo Better Together.
Yeah.
So it was good. It definitely an improvement over Bug's Life because kids know who it is. Right? They want to go see it.
Yeah.
The second movie is now the highest grossing animated film of all time. So kudos to Disney for one time getting the release of something and the opening of something in a park together.
That does not happen a lot. So,
ever. Like, they're going to do it again in May, supposedly, with Smuggler's Run. We shall see.
I don't know. We'll see.
We'll see it. I'll believe it when I see it, right? But it was good. The story was great. It was right along with the Zootopia of everybody getting together. It's a little murder mystery. Not a murder mystery. It's like a mystery of not a murder. Well, I mean, the original Zootopia kind of is.
Yeah.
It's pretty dark. But yeah, it's like a mystery of who's spoiling the fun of Zootopia Day or Zoogether Day, right? And they go to all the different lands and all the characters you know and love are back, and with the original voice actors too. So it's very well done. They do have it presented as like you're in the audience that's watching. Like that's part of the gimmick is you're the audience. They know you're an audience, kind of like Bug's Life was, right? They acknowledge that they're a movie for an audience. So this is a live production TV thing. And there was like audience ambient sound with it, like murmuring, like when you go on a Disney cruise and the more foreign the ship is, the less English on the ship, the more people just talk on the ship while watching the stage shows. It was like that. It was like, who's talking? Oh, that's the audio of the thing. So that was weird. That was a choice. Weird. So watch for that crowd noise, the ambient crowd noise that's in the show. But other than that, I really enjoyed it. They took out one of the surprises from the chair, but not both. I'll just leave it at that.
Did any kids start crying?
No.
Okay, that was a big fix.
Bummer.
That's not a bummer. That's how it should be. I always felt bad. Every time I walked in there, some kid came out crying. It was awful.
Yeah.
All right. So then Test Track, moving over to Epcot.
It's a ride. I enjoyed it. It's the same track. It's the same gimmicks on the ride. I do like the one area where you drive through that used to show like the aerodynamics, like the wind tunnel thing. I do like what they did with that in replacement, but the rest of it's like, once again, Christmas lights for a whole stretch of it. I'm not wrong. My kids were not happy. All three of them. It was a downgrade from the previous one. I will say that.
What is the main thing that they were missing?
They wanted to make a car, which they don't remember the previous version. Let me remind you that. Like, it closed long enough ago that they don't really remember the Test Track dummy version, which I love that version. That's my favorite. So I think it was a little bit of they're messing with my kids' nostalgia. So teenagers have nostalgia, and they were sad to see the bugs go. They were sad to see Test Track get destroyed. Like, they sound like old grumpy people, get off my lawn, but it's kind of funny to see their nostalgia at play, where I was like, I've already ruined World of Motion multiple times, right? My nostalgia is World of Motion, not even the first Test Track. So I think they hurt the rewritability of it, but it does make it so you don't have to touch the screen 8 bazillion people have already touched, which I kind of a fan of that.
Was curious. So Luke is the same age as Claire, right?
Yeah.
They're both sophomores in high school. And he used to love doing like the car thing. So I was like, do you miss it? And he does not. And here's why. I forgot the first time we took him on that, he was probably like old enough to have a memory, right? So 8 or 9 or something like that. He literally thought that when we got up to the car, it was going to look like what he designed.
So it wasn't.
Apparently, he's not over that. So he was like, it was stupid because you got in the car and the car doesn't change and the car's the same. And it's so stupid, Mom. I'm so glad they got rid of it. So I think he's still mad about that first experience.
Wow. Disney's got a long ways to go to impress Luke.
Yeah. But did you notice it doesn't stop and go as much as it used to?
I think it does. I think it does just as much. I think they got rid of it
a little bit.
If they did, it wasn't enough. It still felt like I was teaching a kid to drive. Maybe a little bit of the braking wasn't as hard in the beginning.
Yeah, it's not that bad.
The screen, though, before you go outside was amazing and fantastic.
Yes.
If they could have done that in one of the other rooms that I actually had time to look at it all.
While you were stopping?
Right. Like, that would have been cool. They spent all the money in that one screen, right?
Yeah.
90% of the budget I had to be.
Probably. Yeah. It was
that was amazing. But in the wrong spot because you don't have enough time to soak it in.
That's true. That's true. All right. And then staying in Epcot. So your family goes on Cosmic Rewind without you because you can't handle
nobody
that.
Needs
and you
that,
had where?
I went to Spaceship Earth because it had a big refurbishment. Supposedly had lots of upgrades. I'm just going to say I don't know exactly what was upgraded other than things were cleaned and painted. The screen with the mammoths was very sharp and clear, and you could actually... I didn't know that many people were hunting mammoths ever. That's how
many people were there? It's usually like 2.
It was a whole group of people. They've been there the whole time, Lauren.
We didn't know. We couldn't see that.
No idea. Because for some reason they couldn't project an image. They're a movie company and they couldn't show a movie in a dark enclosed space. I never understood it. But you can see that projection now. And that's good. Other than that, I don't know. We'll move on.
Okay. And then seeing in Epcot as well, Ratatouille. Oh, Ratatouille, they got rid of the 3D.
They
did.
We
talked about this. How was that?
So I have trouble writing Ratatouille with motion sickness. And it was significantly better without the 3D.
I've been hearing this.
Still a couple spots that got me a hair. When you go into the little enclosure and it goes really crazy, that still got me a little bit. But otherwise, it was much better for me as a motion sickness weenie.
Can you you got off and you could walk right away, or
Yeah,
is it like you had to?
off and good.
Oh, so
Yeah.
you could totally do it again, no problem. Just
Yeah,
not
I
like
just closed my eyes for that one part and I'm fine because it's not barely, it's just doing this, tipping a little,
yeah.
but
All right, cool.
yeah.
That's good to hear.
Yeah.
And then you had a couple rides you have to say goodbye to because they're closing.
Yeah, and I left one off the outline, and that's Smuggler's Run. We did say goodbye to this version of Smuggler's Run, so that was good. Got that one last run in there. We didn't even have a single rider with us, I don't think, so we yelled at each other a lot. And then we said goodbye to Rock and Roller Coaster in its current iteration. Looking forward to the Muppets. The kids are questioning that decision, and I'm like, guys, you don't even know who Aerosmith
Do they
is.
like Aerosmith? Right. Like my kids don't
come
know.
on, like whatever. So I harassed them about that. And then, of course, we said goodbye to Dinosaur, and the kids were like, our last 3 trips, you said this might be our last time on Dinosaur. I'm like, you're not wrong. But I promise you, this is the last time. And I think they believe me because you walk through like a tunnel of construction walls to get to it. Like it's like a quarter mile of construction walls, just one sidewalk back to Restaurantosaurus and Dino. And we did that. It wasn't our Dino. So
Goodbye, Dino. Yeah, well, that sounds like a good trip. But we have to talk about, because, namesake of the show, how did your rope drops go on this crazy busiest week of the year at Disney?
Yeah, well, we took the bus over to the Magic Kingdom on our first rope drop, and we were fairly close to the front of the pack. They actually opened the parks to trickle in way early. So at least 20 minutes before early entry started. So we walked straight to get into line for Space Mountain. I went and took a bunch of pictures around Tomorrowland because no one was there except for Space Mountain and Tron, which Tron didn't open until regular. So those people went and stood for
forever.
Tron was a choice. But they actually opened People Mover. I saw the guy pull down the little chain. They opened it 5 minutes early. So yeah, I was the first person on People Mover and then rode that. They still did the holiday overlay in Space Mountain for regular park guests on the 28th and the 29th.
Fun. Yeah. I like that layover.
They switched it back to normal Space Mountain on the 30th. So it's pretty cool though. When you do People Mover, like it's so bright with the green and red lights and the Christmas music that you can see all the track and everything. It's a very cool time to ride the People Mover during the Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party or just right after the Christmas parties end during Christmas. So I did People Mover, and then, by the time they got on and off space, we went over to Jungle Cruise. So we rope dropped Jungle Cruise. Our captain kind of halfway did Jingle Cruise, halfway did regular, which you can't half and half it, lady. You can't, we'll move on. But it wasn't the best skipper. And we were her first boat of the day. And it's like, you needed a pep talk before you got on there. It's just, as somebody that would love to do that, like you either got to do the Jingle Cruise or you don't do the Jingle Cruise.
Yeah,
you can't tell random Christmas jokes halfway through after you miss the other ones. So then we did like Haunted Mansion, Small World. Then we upgraded Sam's ticket to an annual pass because she's going to live in Florida. And then we hopped to Epcot after that. So that was for lunch for the Garden Grill. And then we took a nap. That was our rope drop.
Okay. And how did your other rope drops go?
Hollywood Studios the next day. We were not as far forward in the line as we had hoped. It was chaos. And so we're like, all right, plan B, we will go to Toy Story Mania. Get to Toy Story Mania, go all the way through. We get on the attraction lickety split because we're like 10th back in line for that. Right. Meanwhile, the Slinky Dog line is like all the way back to Walt's museum thing. And we get on, and I'm like telling Michelle, like, I can't see the pie things. Like, I can kind of see a shadow of where my target. She's like, yeah, I can't see stuff either. We go to The first game, I had like my worst score ever shooting at the old hen house. Then we get to the darts. I'm like, I don't even see any darts.
Oh.
And then the ride stops.
Yeah.
And then we sit there. And we sit there. And we stop hearing noises of other people being let out of the vehicles. And we sit there.
No.
And then someone goes, "Oh, there's people here."
How long did you guys sit there for?
The ride was off for a solid 20 minutes before we got out of the vehicle.
Oh, they forgot the McKnights.
Probably an extra 4 or 5 with just our, and then the one poor duo with us, right? And the other,
Yeah.
Whoops,
forgot you guys.
So of course they tap our band, they give us a multi-pass lightning lane for Toy Story and everything below it, right? But by that point, you need to give people 2. Because we would have been off that ride and in line for probably Smuggler's Run or something else. Like, we actually might have got Slinky Dog right then because it would have been that lull between Rope Drop and the park opening. But when we got off, the park was open, right? Or about to open. So we sprinted to Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, and we got in there just before the park opened. Like, we did.
How was the line? Was it reasonable?
For us, yeah, because we were in that lull. We hit that lull. Slinky Dog was a disaster. But yeah, like, we could have gotten multiple things done. Instead, we did not. And then we still had to go back to Toy Story later to use our thing. So that was our rope drop.
Okay.
And then all our lightning lanes, by the way, were in the afternoon because we were late to make them. So you can't get morning ones when you're late.
So then what was your strategy for when you did get lightning lanes? Just to like book them?
Different park, just as early as we could, which was usually like 5.
Oh,
so
man.
It was rough. So we just didn't worry about rope dropping the things we had lightning lanes for other days.
Was it hard to get individual lightning lanes as well?
We did not get Rise of the Resistance, but we did get Tron and Guardians.
So this is why we recommend booking your trip more than a week out?
Yes, absolutely. And being on the ball with the lightning lanes, which we will talk about in several weeks. So
yes, sounds good. And then Animal Kingdom rope drop?
Animal Kingdom rope drop, we rope dropped Dinosaur, I believe. Yes, we rope dropped Dinosaur and then went to Everest. And the reasoning for Dinosaur was that it would be warmer by the time we got to Everest. It wasn't. It was cold that day. I think the high was like 45 or something like that, which when you're outside so much at Disney World, I know it's right cold. Now someone's really cold where they're listening to this. 45 is pretty miserable at Disney World, but I will take the cold over rain any day. Any day. I'll take the cold over rain. But so we rope dropped Dinosaur, walked right on. We were in the first pre-show. Everybody was saying it with it. Like only people that knew it was leaving, right, were rope dropping Dinosaur. Yeah. And then Everest, they could have gone twice, but they were too cold. Because I'm like, I was going to be miserable.
Oh, that is cold then, because they always go twice.
Yeah. And then we debated whether, when I say we debated, me and the kids debated with Michelle whether we should even do safari because of the temperature. We're like, the animals, they're not going to be doing anything. Michelle insisted we do the safari because it is Animal Kingdom and we had a lightning lane and we're going to do it, darn it. And so we did it. And to her credit, the lions were all out. The rhinos and elephants were all out. But the first like 3 or 4 things you drive through, the person's like, man, there's a stork, right? Like there was nothing. And teenagers are nothing but like relentless on the, this is going to be a great safari. Oh my gosh. Also, that safari ride was interesting. The front half of the safari was, I don't know, a little rowdy. Like they kept yelling at the animal. Like the driver had to like stop one time and tell him like sit down and be quiet. Like it was weird. Never seen that before.
I've seen it once and it was annoying.
And it was a huge family group. It was like us, 2 other like little families in the back, and then the whole front half was this group, multi-generational, just obnoxious. Like, I think Alden muttered, like, go back to Six Flags or something, right? Like, that's my son. I didn't say it. He did. But that was the vibe, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure they made cruise line comments too about, what kind of cruise line different rows of our vehicle would use. So I won't say it out loud, but
I think just leave that one.
gosh,
So
they were loud.
I believe it.
Yeah.
So crowds were crowding.
Yeah.
How many bananas were you at?
All the bananas. 10 out of
All the
10
bananas.
bananas the whole time. And every day, the thing about the 30th and the 31st is the crowds only build. Like the 29th, the other days, they taper at the end, right? You get the normal peak in the middle of the day. But as soon as you add New Year's fireworks, they don't let up. They just grow and they get weird. And the wait times get weird. And the posted wait times are all inflated because the cast members, like I said, they are over the crowds by that point. And I don't blame them one bit because I saw enough nonsense out of people like the safari that it was just bizarre. We did do the Jungle Cruise again that day later. It's not rope drop, but I will say we did, and our skipper was much better.
Do you want to share the name of the skipper that you liked?
I don't remember it, but she made a 6-7 joke that was like the most obvious thing coming with we were pulling up to the dock. And there was like a couple elementary school kids that like, I was watching them when I'm like, oh, they're going to make a horrible 6-7 joke here together. And like the kids just like, do, and then heard it went, oh, like his arms flailed like Kermit the Frog and the Muppets. Like, it was like, how'd you not see that coming, buddy? Like, I don't understand the catnip that it is.
When we went to Epic, our room number was whatever the floor was, like 567 or whatever. And
dear.
We had just gotten there with like, we're with the two families. Everyone has their friends, and all the kids could say was, we have 6-7. We have 6-7. I'm like, oh my God.
Dear, guys.
Children. And did you guys see the fireworks then?
We did. I saw
on the 30th,
the New Year's fireworks. I saw them from over by where that Stitch, the golden stitches between the Tomorrowland back walkway there. Watch between the rocks. It's an okay view. They have periphery fireworks for New Year's, so they go off over like Frontierland and behind Space Mountain. Like, so Michelle and the kids watched from just outside Space Mountain because as soon as the fireworks ended, they darted into Space Mountain again.
Oh, nice. Yeah,
because the lines were like everybody went to like we were getting push notifications saying, "Don't come to the hub." Don't, like, please don't. You can watch the fireworks from Tomorrowland or Adventureland or Frontierland. Like, don't come to the hub. That we got that push notification multiple times that night. So they watched from over there, and like, so Michelle has a picture where it's looking directly at the entrance to Space Mountain, and there's fireworks right behind it. So you don't see that very often because they do periphery fireworks on like 4th of July and New Year's.
Yeah, very cool. Good.
And,
well, it sounds like you guys had a good trip.
We had a good time, and even on that really cold night, we got home and we went to the ice cream shop on the boardwalk, and we got ice cream. The most poorly managed ice cream shop.
Cold?
I went back to the room.
Oof.
It didn't melt. There was also no one there. Yes, we walked in. We're the only people. Like, me and Claire and Sam. That was it. We're only people getting ice cream.
It's cold, we're like looking for hot chocolate or cookies or something not cold to eat. Yeah, mm-hmm. You guys were special.
Well, back to the room.
I'd still be in the room freezing because it would take me hours to warm up again.
I'm sure it would, Lauren. I'm sure it would. So there you go. It was a great trip. Good time. Good memories. Yeah, we had a fantastic time.
Well, I'm glad you guys got your trip done with Sam since it probably isn't going to happen this summer. So that's awesome.
She's not going to go on whatever our big trip is this summer, which we talked about on Rope Drop on Deck, the debate this last episode.
I haven't listened yet because I was busy with Disney discounts this morning.
Yeah. Speaking of Disney discounts.
Yeah. So this morning I was up before 5 a.m. making sure that my clients that were eligible got their discounts because we have some new ones. So between May 26th and September 15th, if you are staying at least 4 nights, then they give you 2 nights free and 2 days of tickets free. So basically it's a six night trip, which is, I don't remember seeing this maybe ever. This is very different. They had to move away from the free dining, I think, because they were already offering it for the kids in 2026.
Yeah.
And that is combinable with other offers. So you can get these free 2 nights and then still have the kids eat free if you get the dining plan as well. Then we saw just straight up discounts from May 1st through October 4th, up to 30% off certain rooms. And then they were also releasing Florida resident discounts and annual pass holder discounts. Those were May through the end of July, I believe. So it is a good time to book a trip. They are trying to get you to stay longer with those 6-night trips. So if you can swing it, you should do it.
Yeah, that's a great discount. So reach out to our friends at touringandcruises.com and tell them Rope Drop Radio sent you. Also, you can check out the Lincoln Airport for direct flights on Breeze Airways from Lincoln to MCO in Florida, and coming this spring, a through flight to Orange County, or John Wayne, one of its many names, out at Disneyland. So go check out Breeze Airways through the Lincoln Airport. And if you want to follow us on social media, we're on all of the different things at Rope Drop Radio. And then, of course, on Patreon and YouTube, you can get some extra content there. We're going to get onto the Patreon and do our after show where I don't know what Lauren's going to ask me about the trip, but it should be something deep.
I have something to ask you that we didn't get to. So we'll ask there.
There we go. Yeah. All right. Thank you so much for listening. This is for Lauren. This is Doug. This has been another Rope Drop Radio. Hey, Rope Droppers. Thanks for watching this whole video. Why don't you take a moment to make sure you subscribe, watch the next thing, last thing, try to watch something else, but make sure you subscribe. Thank you so much for watching Rope Drop Radio.